Just, you went through a lot this year. You redid this team. You got four forwards that a year ago were starters who are now playing for you in the final. Could you have imagined to this point it going any better?
Well, 4 key forwards, I may add.
Yeah.
We certainly had the right ones that we had from before, and we also had some forwards that were in the organization that we knew we're pretty familiar with. But yeah, other than that, there were a lot of changes made. Brought a lot of character in, those guys that come in, and the team really came together. You know, they really believed in each other, and they played hard for each other.
How tough was it to make that coaching change? Because I know on one hand you're a businessman, on the other hand I know that you care about the people that you employ.
Yeah, I like Mike Johnston a lot, and it's never easy to make coaching change. But our team just wasn't clicking. We played okay, and I think except for injuries at the end of last year, we still could have had a good year last year with Mike Johnston. But we felt that it was necessary to see if we could get a spark and change our style of play, and as it turned out, it's worked.
You met, after you made the trade with Phil Kessel, you met with him in Toronto, and you sensed something in him that, people say he doesn't have a desire to win. You said you sensed it there. In the dressing room here, he was almost in tears. Looking back, people say that trade was a risk. Did you ever think it was a risk?
No, that trade was not a risk for us. How much we got out of Phil, it was going to be time would tell. But he was a good player. You can never score enough goals in this league. We knew he could score. He's a good playmaker. He sets up a lot of plays, sets up a lot of chances. But what I found out about Phil the first time I met him was that he loves the game. And he really opened up to me. He talked a lot that day, and he talked about a lot of different players and different teams, and he knows the game. He knows what's going on around. And that's what, when I left Toronto that day, that's what made me feel really good, that this guy has a real passion. And then he came here. We didn't get him to be our team captain. We got him to fit into our team and be one of our players that could help us win. And he fit into our team right away.
Last question, Jimmy. San Jose Sharks. I know you haven't had a lot of time to digest it, but talk about what stands between you and a Stanley Cup.
Well, just one team. You're just down to 2 good teams. At this date, it's the 2 best teams in the National Hockey League, and the players and the games will decide it.